Now that we have seen how to configure the company, let's see what we can do in terms of content management. The platform allows you to manage your content. We have 4 major sections: account management, industry management, expert opinion management, and product and service management. In product and service management, you have the ability to associate your content with what we call the sales play in your commercial offers. You can search by commercial offer and you can add your documents to your commercial offers. Here we are going to add a product, a document for the product. Let's choose the product from the product portfolio here, manufacturing. Let's add different types of documents. We can upload a document, copy and paste elements, or even search for a website. So here we are going to search for a document on manufacturing. Once we have chosen our document, we can start the analysis. This analysis gives us the structure of the document. What are the key elements of the document? We identify the industry, the sub-industry, the document type, and a detailed summary of the document's content. We can then save it from now on under the product portfolio we have created. As soon as the document is saved, the system will automatically use artificial intelligence analysis to create a detailed extract of the document, providing a description of its content when the document is not just a text document. So once the processing is complete, we can view the AI-generated transcript of the document, and we see that the analysis we performed captures all the images, all the tables, all graphic elements, and all text elements to produce a complete summary of the entire document, which can later be used to create commercial offers. Now we're going to create a second one, a commercial offer for this. So we choose the offer type, and you can see that personas are automatically selected. And here we are going to add a website, a document from the portfolio. And then we will also be able to associate website elements. So let's get a document that corresponds to our commercial offer. And then let's search for an item on the internet that matches our offer. We choose a website that provides information relevant to our commercial offer. This website will be analyzed and integrated into the elements of our offer. This is where you add the URL or discover from a URL a series of links. We attach it as a document within our system. And so we can analyze in detail all the elements integrated to create the content of the commercial offer. Once analyzed, as before, the system automatically identifies technologies, industries, themes, and integrates them into our commercial offer. And we can review the extracts that have been made from the website to build the content. We can also, of course, add elements about our customers, industries, industry experts, internal documents, or regulatory documents. Here we will add an industry type document to our document portfolio. And just like with the sales plays, we analyze it and it fits into the entire document corpus that is used for building the offers or for engaging in dialogue with our prospective clients. Another element is the messaging house. The messaging house is a summary, a core document that allows us to define all the criteria, elements, and all the features of a commercial offer. So here we are going to create a specific messaging house for a commercial offer. We will choose which commercial offer becomes the source, but we will also choose a verticalization, a country verticalization. For example, a language verticalization, a regional verticalization. This allows the system to adapt the sales and marketing messages for a particular target. It will analyze our sales play, and from our sales play it will create 18 chapters, and each chapter includes some of the information needed for executing a commercial communication or a marketing communication for our customers, whether it's about the product, whether it's an elevator pitch or a description of our offer. Industry trends, the system will automatically create a complete set of content that will be used for building and developing a relevant commercial offer for the clients. So here we have all the elements that have been built. You can see that the details are translated into French, specifically for the French market. You can, of course, modify the elements and details that will then be used. And this messaging house is, of course, attached to the sales play and the commercial offer. Another element is the FAQ. The FAQ is a section where the system will automatically create for all of your documents and all commercial offers an FAQ from the perspective of customer questions and what are the answers that you can provide. customer questions based on all the documentation and elements that you've entered into the platform. And you can see here it created a whole series of questions and drew the answers from the documents that have been uploaded to best answer customer questions. Another element of the platform is to help you better understand your industry, better know your market, and better know your customers. So here we have a section that allows you to challenge the content on the platform and search for additional information that can enrich your knowledge around the topics addressed on the platform and in commercial offers. This is what we call Challenge the Expert. The system will automatically suggest a range of topics related to the elements that you have in the platform, the documentation. It will also search for complementary sources that you can access, allowing you to expand your knowledge around a number of themes that can be addressed in the documents and of course in your sales place and potentially by your customers. There is also a chat that allows dialogue with all the documentation as an LLM, with the entire documentation and all the elements you have inside the platform around the commercial offers. Industry expertise, documents from your customers and your own documents. Everything is connected. You can also extend your knowledge through all available sources. And here, let's look at an example. For instance, here we choose an expert to enrich that we can find by their country or company. The system will automatically search through our various information sources for information about this expert and will allow you to import their profile into the platform to learn more about this expert. And we'll see later how to set up continuous monitoring of this expert. So the system analyzes the profile of. Once analyzed, we can see the details of all the elements we have about their complete profile, their activities, everything they've posted, and various details for interacting with this expert. Various details on their profile, their behavior, their work style, and their communication style. This helps you interact through the platform. You can do this for contacts and for subject matter experts as well. And of course, you have a chat that allows you to interact with all the information about all the experts that you manage through the platform. Another complementary information element is the industry content. Through the platform, you have access to more than 60 industry templates that have been created by experts from Pangea or Pangea Associates. You can see which expert contributed this information. This is an important part of PangeaGTM, since we believe that artificial intelligence must be grounded in expert knowledge in the B2B world. And here we will analyze, we will look for content that has been validated by this expert, and we can manage regular updates of this content based on what this expert contributes to the platform. Once the update is complete, of course, you can set up continuous monitoring for regular updates. You can access all the information curated by this expert as key industry information to help you increase and improve your knowledge in this area. If you are an expert yourself, you can of course create your own templates that you can share with your colleagues or with other people on the platform, if you are an expert too. And of course there's a chat that allows you to interact with all the documentation and all the elements that have been processed by the platform. Let's now move on to how to communicate with your customers and prospects. Here you have a section that allows you to identify your prospects as companies, meaning your accounts, your competitors, your prospects or customers. To search for companies, to create alerts, manage your own company listings, manage your territories for your teams, and of course import your own lists, if you already have existing lists. Let's start with territory management. In territory management, you can, of course, if you are responsible for service lines, create your own territories, define which accounts go into the territories, share territories, and redistribute territories among different people in the organization. You can also search for information about companies around the world. Another important feature of the platform is the ability to search for companies and contacts through the various databases that are available across different countries. We have connected with many countries worldwide and their databases to find company information. Here, you can search for France. You can filter by region, by company type, by company size, by activity type. And here we are going to search for Pangea Summit. For Pangea Summit, the system will automatically identify the official registration and you will be able to import it into My Company, which is the case here. and search for the top executives of Pangea Summit, who will also be imported directly into the platform. As you saw earlier, for subject matter experts or your peers, the system has automatically identified those who are recognized as the executives of this company. You can import them into your system, into your database. And you can do this for all countries in the world with specific characteristics, since the system is pre-configured to find elements across all countries, with customization by region, by city, and by certification type or structure type that exists in different countries. Now that we have found our company, we will find it in My Company, and the system will automatically analyze it and extract all the necessary elements for improving your understanding and especially market opportunities. The system will automatically analyze, based on all the customers you have registered on the platform, what the market opportunities are and which of your commercial offers are the most relevant. This is not only an analysis of this, but also a comparison with your competitors, since it has automatically identified a number of competitors as well and performs a competitive analysis of your content, your offers, your marketing messages, your KPIs, and all the elements that are necessary to ultimately give you the ability to have differentiators when engaging with your customers. Also available is a detailed analysis of your positioning compared to your competitors, which allows you to understand the level of coverage you have in terms of functionality compared to your competition. Of course, you can view your competitors themselves and look at their detailed information, examine their weaknesses, explore your opportunities, and look at all the elements that allow you to benchmark yourself. Competitors, not just their product offerings, but also how they communicate about their products. This enables you to craft your own messaging. Of course, you can put your competitors under monitoring to receive regular updates on the information they produce about their offers. You can also view the customers, your customers, for whom the system analyzes the complete profile. It identifies the different executives and searches for the different elements about your customers. What topics do they address? What are their products and services? And especially your opportunities with this client. In relation to your sales place, what are the different offers that might be interesting to propose and bring to your customers based on their own products and their own go-to-market strategy? We also analyze annual reports when they are available, which gives you information on the financial operations or environmental performance of your customers. Customers that you can, of course, put under monitoring as well. Finally, beyond the account level customers, you have your contacts at your customers, the points of contact, and for each point of contact, you can also view their profile. You can identify your known contacts. The system, PangeaGTM, will encourage you to reach out and contact the people who are active on digital communication platforms, which is an important element for maintaining the relationship. You can also put them under monitoring, and we'll come back later to what monitoring means for your contacts. And of course, you can view the details of your prospect or contacts. Look at their archetypes, their behavioral analysis, topics to discuss with them or topics to avoid. Review their professional experience, their activities, everything they've posted, a detailed analysis of their profile to understand how to communicate with them, on which topics and with what level of detail. Here is a summary of their profile and an analysis of their communication style through a specific algorithm that we have developed at Pangea. An additional feature is that you can also compare different profile versions, what has happened with this person, by looking at the history of changes in their profile, whether in professional activities or in skills. And as we mentioned before, the alerts, there's an alert system that allows you to monitor your competitors, your customers, subject matter experts, your peers, and your extended team. And to see if there have actually been changes automatically, job changes, changes in job description, region changes, changes in skills, changes in languages. This allows you to identify and be alerted to any changes occurring in your ecosystem that could impact your business, either opening up opportunities or putting customer opportunities under watch, or even checking if, for example, one of your colleagues in a distant territory may have left the company and you need to take the lead on an opportunity that could be at risk. Of course, on a much more positive note, it also allows you to identify people who have received promotions or career developments and congratulate them. Once your ecosystem is well mapped, it's time to organize your communication. Here you can create your own lists that you can share with your colleagues, your own lists of accounts that you want to address through the system. You can do this individually, or you can do this from a number of lists that you can create in advance. And of course, if you already have lists available in Excel, you can transform and integrate them into the system. Another important point, of course, is that the platform can be integrated with various CRMs, and you can synchronize directly your account management and your prospecting directly with your CRM system. Let's now move to the module that allows you to communicate with your customers and create content for them.